Welcome back to a brand new news video. Today what I got for you guys, I'm going to show you guys the fastest way that you can get the brand new DMZ Vondel Weapon Case. So there's a brand new boss, his name is the Bullfrog. I'm going to show you guys how you can take him down, how you can get the weapon case, and so much more in today's video. I'm also going to go through the rewards that you're going to get from these weapon cases. But if you find today's video informative and helpful, consider hitting that subscribe button. I do plan on uploading another video today, so make sure you turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on that video. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So I was able to do this by doing it solo. If you have friends, that'll help you out a lot, but if you don't, this is still going to be very possible for you to do. So here's what I ended up doing. Before loading up into a match, I would recommend that you put on a drill charge, and most importantly, you put on a DDoS field upgrade. You can put on any tactical that you want, and that's literally all I needed to end up getting the weapon case. What I would recommend though for your weapon is to use some sort of a LMG. I didn't have one in my case, so I went in there without a weapon. I killed an enemy AI, and I was able to get an RPK, and that's what I ended up using. So what's going to happen is you're going to spawn into one of the four corners of the Vondel map. This is a guaranteed thing. I'm not sure why, but every single squad will spawn in at some sort of a corner. That's some good news for you because he usually spawns into one of these corners as well, so you have a 1 in 4 chance of meeting him right off the bat. But the thing is, he spawns in at around 17 minutes and 30 seconds, so it takes a couple minutes for him to get into the game. This gives you the opportunity to get loot, to get ammo, and to prepare yourself. What I would do is I would stay in this corner while you loot up. There's usually AIs wherever you spawn in. They're going to be right next to that spawn point that you are at. So if you want to get some loot or anything off them, you can do that, and then make sure you get back there. I would save up, get a couple armor plates, because those will be very helpful. Now when he spawns in at around 17 minutes and 30 seconds, it will tell you, it will say the Bullfrog has entered Vondel. And this boss is not like the other ones. He's not an operator, he's actually a car, so you're gonna have to destroy this. It's the brand new amphibious vehicle that can drive both on land and water, just to keep note of that. So he's gonna spawn in the water, he's gonna drive towards land, and this is the opportunity that I would recommend you take. If he spawns in where you're at, you're going to want to go towards where he's going to end up landing in the water, which is going to be at any points of those corners. As soon as you get close enough, you're going to activate your DDoS. Once you are able to do that, the safest way that you can take him down is to jump on top of the vehicle. I've noticed that if you try to drive and chase him down, he ends up dropping proximity mines, he ends up dropping trips, he ends up dropping a whole bunch of things that eventually blow up your car. If you try to stop him by, throwing your car in front of him or trying to block the road from him, your car will also instantly explode. So driving a vehicle against him does not work at all. I found that using a DDoS will slow him down to give you an opportunity to climb on top, and once you are on top of him and he drops proximities and drops all that, it actually does not virtually harm you in any way whatsoever. So you're going to be able to start shooting the vehicle. You won't take any damage up until the vehicle explodes. I've noticed that it'll take around 3 to 4 mags of the RPK for it to fully eliminate and blow up the vehicle. Once you get 2 mags done, I would recommend that you make sure you plate up and you have full HP with at least 1 plate on, so that way when it does explode, it doesn't damage you. I've learned this the hard way. I've done it a couple times. I've blown up the vehicle and I've gotten the weapon case, but I was also knocked and I didn't have a self-revive kit. And at the same time, I was doing it solo, so my teammates really weren't all that helpful. But what I would tell you is, if you're doing it solo and you get that weapon case, I promise you, your teammates are going to stop whatever they're doing to come over and help. So that's the good news right there if you are doing it solo. But this is the fastest way that I have found that you're going to be able to do that. I wouldn't recommend using another vehicle, and I wouldn't recommend chasing him because he does drop things. But the good news is, as you shoot him, he does drop loot, so that way you can get yourself a self-revive kit, you can get kill streaks, you can get random equipment, random items that he continuously drops as you're shooting him. But another tip that I give you is, if you don't spawn into the same corner that he spawns in and you're not able to catch him, the good news is he has like a set route that he goes through, and once he finishes that route, he'll exit the map for a couple minutes and then he will end up re-entering from a different corner. So if you stay at one of the corners, even though you don't catch him, you will have another chance of getting him again, once again. And if you have that DDoS upgrade, you'll be able to climb on top of the vehicle. If you know the exact locations that he follows the routes in, which you'll end up getting used to as you do it a couple times, you won't even need the DDoS. You'll just be able to wait for him at that exact spot, and as soon as he drives past you, you're going to be able to jump on top of the car and start shooting it. It's actually not that hard to do, especially if you have some teammates to do it. I ended up doing it solo, and once I would take down the Bullfrog, my teammates would realize I have the weapon case, and then they would help me out, and then we would exfil like that. So if you are solo, you can do that, and I believe they could help you out. And also another good thing that I noticed is that if you end up getting eliminated when you're trying to get the weapon case by another team, you can always request to join that squad, and if the squad does team up with you, you will end up getting the weapon case if you exfil along with them. So it's really not that hard to do. It's actually one of the easier weapon cases that we've seen so far in this game. The good news is the rewards really aren't that bad either. So here's what we have. Extract one weapon case, you get yourself the Neptune's Wake vehicle skin, which is honestly very, very nice. I've seen it in game as well. It's really nice. The second one is going to be the first mission calling card, and then when you exfil 3 times, you're going to get yourself another calling card called the Shark's Attack, which is also animated. At 4 weapon cases, you're going to get yourself the Speeder emblem. At 5 weapon cases, you're going to get yourself the Steady Approach loading screen. And then at 6 weapon cases, you're going to get yourself the Between the Eyes weapon blueprint, which is like a black and yellow type of theme that goes along with it. But it's really not that hard to get these weapon cases. There's a total of 6 different rewards that you're going to be able to claim this time around. If I do find an easier method, I definitely got you guys. I just found that using the DDoS and jumping on top of the vehicle is probably the best and easiest way that you can do that without really taking any damage from him. But if there's any other easier ways where you can like instantly take him down with like a kill streak or something like that, I'll try and figure that out for you guys, and I'll make an updated video. But that's everything that you guys need to know about the weapon cases. But one final thing that I want to give you guys, just as sort of like a farewell tip, is that make sure you don't use your best items if you are solo queuing. So if you're solo queuing, don't use a triple play, don't use all your best contrabands, all your best loot, things that you can lose when you can use in more important things, because trust me, this weapon case is very easy to get, but at the same time, if you're doing it solo, it's very unpredictable. You're not really sure if you're even going to meet the boss, you're not going to sure if you're going to get eliminated by bots on your way there, and you're not sure if you're going to end up meeting a squad of 3 to 4 people before you get the opportunity to meet the boss. And at the same time, what if he doesn't spawn in at the exact location that you're at, and you just get unlucky that game and you're not able to exfil? You're gonna end up losing all that stuff. So all you really need is the DDoS field upgrade and the knowledge that I have given you, and honestly, that's all you will really need, and you won't give up an opportunity to lose your good loot. I was literally able to jump into a game without a single weapon. I would run up into the first AI that I see, punch him, and then I would grab the RPK, use that RPK to eliminate the rest of these AIs, make sure I have the max ammo that I could possibly have, and then if they drop something like a hemlock or a secondary, I would grab that too. I would wait for the Bullfrog to spawn in, I would climb on top of him after using the DDoS, and then I would just empty the entire RPK clip, and boom, I would end up getting the weapon case and then just running for my life trying to exfil. Now, there's been opportunities where I messed up completely bad, where it would blow up while I was like 1 HP and it would knock me down and I didn't have teammates to help me, or I would finally get the weapon case and then an enemy team would pull up and just run me over, or something like that would happen. So I'm telling you, if you have really good loot that you are scared to lose and something like that happens to you guys, that would be really unfortunate. You're only supposed to gain the weapon case here, not lose all your loot. So unless you have a bunch of friends who are willing to help you out do this challenge, I wouldn't recommend that you waste your loot and waste all your good cosmetics and things like that. But anyways, that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been your boy Trizzle, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again. Peace.